usual. And we're going to go down just a little bit down a track here so I can say hi and let you know what's going on. I actually taped a video to upload yesterday and I can't believe it. It just disappeared. It wasn't even there, and it was taping. It really was. You can tell when your phone's taping. You got your red light flashing. Didn't make any sense at all. Maybe the father didn't want me to upload that one. There's a bit of a story in this forest and it's quite disgusting. Over here, there was usually ribbons and certain things on the trees where the homosexuals meet in this bush. And I've been in there. I'm not going to take you in there. But there's a lounge set up. There's pornographic books. It's just despicable. You know, people come here to have a beautiful walk, and as Satan does, he perverts everything. However, I don't worry about that because I've got my big bow. I walk here alone all the time, but I've got him, and he will never, ever let anything happen to me. He would rip them apart. So that's why I come to places in the bush that women shouldn't go. I have been told that you shouldn't do that. And I say, well, I've got Bo. He will not let anything happen to me. And he's proven that. I've had people come towards me, even in, not in violence, and he's rounded them up. So imagine someone coming to me and trying to hurt me. No way. It's just not going to happen. He's my protector. So when Bo eventually does pass on, I'm going to have to get another big male blue cattle and train him in the way I've trained Bo. Yeah, so I just thought I'd take you on this lovely walk. This is called Karawatha Forest, and it's a place that I come and reflect. I haven't been here for a little while, but I reflect here. I remember getting on my knees and praying to the Father here many years ago. Well, probably about 2 years ago actually. And I know he answered that prayer of that day because things started taking off in the spirit for me after that. So he is faithful, guys. Don't worry. He won't leave you nor forsake you. Okay, so here's one of these ribbons I was telling you about. I can prove this. Okay. So, you see that? See that orange ribbon there? What that means is if you go into the bush there, and it doesn't matter there's not a track, that will lead you to that lounge suite. Because I know it's in there. And I have been here and men have walked out of the bush. There is a car park here where only push bike riders or bushwalkers would come through here, and it is always packed. It is a meeting place of the evil guys that come here and do dirty deeds with each other behind their wives' backs, their families' backs. It's disgusting. That's the perverted world we live in. What you got, Jazz? What have you got? Okay. So this is just an update to what's going on. If we're lucky, we might actually see a monitor, which is a really big lizard, but you have to look for them because they are up in the trees. So I'm kind of looking while I'm walking along talking. So if my filming's not too good, it's because I'm looking up in the trees. And I know the tree that one monitor lives in, so I will try and see if I can get him. yeah, so on a light-hearted note, be joyful in the Lord always. We know bad things are going on, but why should that rob us of our joy? And that was the message I was trying to convey, the one that got wiped yesterday, was that we have trials and tribulations in this world, and Jesus said we would. If we don't have trials and tribulations, brothers and sisters, it means that we're not a threat. And I had a very, very big attack, a really big attack. And I don't want to go into it, but it upset me for about half an hour. I walked away from it. I went for a drive. I went for a walk in the bush, as I do. And he spoke to me and he said, Leah, no one can take your peace away from you. I will tell you guys, my real name is Leah, but Rebecca is my middle name, and that's why I call myself Beck from Oz. But I want you to call me Beck, okay? So he said, let's say, Beck, they can't steal what's in your soul, no matter what, even unto the death. They cannot take away the Father and the Son in our spirit. And that is the beauty of it, guys, because we always have a strong tower to run to, and that is the Father. He will protect us. And there are things coming upon the earth. And when I read Revelation yesterday about the scorpions coming out of the pit, and that they will sting men for 5 months, and men will seek death, but they will not find it, I can see why they won't find it. But he also said, but those with the mark of the Father, leave them alone. So please, guys, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself with the mark of the Father. And the mark of the Father is in your forehead and in your hand when you lift up your hands to him and you praise him and you love him and you tell him that you know he has control over your life and no one else. So they can't rob our soul. As I said, even to death. There will be some that go through the guillotine, even in the US. They've got them there. It is no secret. So these little ribbons, they're different. They're pink. They're for the trees to be taken out by the council because obviously that's not a good tree for this area. I don't know why they have got a pink one on this Melaleuca. I'm not sure. There must be a reason. But we are getting to the monitor tree. So I still have someone practicing witchcraft in my house. She's making a joke of it. And she always makes jokes of it. Ha ha ha, I'm a witch. Ha ha ha. I'm like, you just don't understand what you're saying. If you knew the place that is reserved for people that do those things, I am 1000% sure you would follow him and you would follow my lead. Because it's just not funny, guys. Might just cut in here for a minute. You know, there is a big, deep, dark place. And that's not even reserved for the really bad ones, you know. The bad ones will be in Hellfire. But there is a deep, dark place that's reserved for certain levels of sin. Guys, you need to read the Book of Enoch. It is, I'm sniffling because I went in the water and I got water up my nose, so excuse me. Yeah, there is a place that's reserved for the fallen angels, and there's also a place reserved for those who are just ignorant. I think I've lost my track, Bo. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Okay. Down here. So, it's not a joke, guys. This is so serious. See, don't even wait for the day of the Lord. What if you died today? Truly, what if you died? What are you going to do? Prepare your spiritual house. That is all I can say. Prepare your spiritual house, because that is the house you need to get in order. And yeah, you can tidy up your house, your physical house, but your spiritual house is what matters. This has all changed since I've been in here last, because I'm having trouble finding my track. Where's the track, Bo? I'm not sure. We're in the thick of it now. There's one thing that the Aboriginal culture and inbuilt into me has always given me, that I can go into the bush and I've never been lost. I am a tanned Aboriginal. I'm not black. But my great-great-grandfather was pure black. And his daughter was very well black too. My great-grandmother. So I do have this bushy instincts in me. If I was to ever have to go and live in the bush, I know I could survive. I have knowledge of how to do that. I have knowledge how to hunt. Bit of a nice pool there. And it just shows you that to be equipped is to be ready. To be equipped is to be fully ready. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have to do that, because, you know, the Father might take us out. I don't know. I'm just